and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here again with another movie review. Yes, indeed. Finished talking about this delicious and a nice packaged Chocorollas crossover food and my thoughts on the last episode, or the last season of the Stranger Things debacle. Debacle to me, I don't know. I don't know what I was really expecting, but I for a sec wasn't expecting that. But anyway, I also saw a couple of other stuff that now I'm eventually getting to. And I watched the Silent Night horror movie. Yes, indeed. Now, I thought this was a remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, because it's very similar in some things, and it does have a lot of callbacks. I thought it was a remake. And, because it has the guy, the evil Santa Claus killer, and he has the girl that he sticks to the antler ears, and there's a lot of callbacks to it. And I was like, well, it's a remake to Silent Night, Deadly Night. But, I guess it's, some people consider it's a reimagining instead of a remake, because there's now an actual remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night with, Corey from, Halloween Ends. So, I don't know. I still consider it a remake, but let me know what your thoughts on the Silent Night movie. Yes, indeed. And this movie, like I mentioned, stars a killer Santa Claus. The movie starts with this guy putting on a mask that looks really cool and then a Santa suit, and then he electrocutes this guy with Christmas lights and then does something to this chick that's screaming her bloody murder. Which actually, she is being murdered. And then starts with this lady whose husband died, and she's taking some time off, but the sheriff, played by Malcolm McDowell, is like, Malcolm McDowell, is like, no, you gotta come in, because we can't find this fucker. He probably went off with some girl, and we're understaffed. And boy, are they understaffed, because it's just Malcolm McDowell, the main chick character, the guy that got killed, some fucker, and Chow Knives from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I was like, holy shit, that's Chow Knives from Scott Pilgrim over the World. Much like whenever I see Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I fanboy because she's Ramona Flowers. So, haha, yes indeed. So, only 5 people. Chow Knives is the receptionist, and everyone else, the sheriff, and their deputies, and so on. So, he gets called in, and then eventually they discover the dead police officer, the guy that was electrocuted, and the chick that got chopped off. And Malcolm McDowell's like spewing one-liners, like the guy from CSI Miami is like, it looks like his goose is cooked. I was half expecting the yeah thing to start popping up every time Malcolm McDowell would say something. I was like, well, the motherfucker, now I'm on to him and I'm gonna get him. Stuff like that. I like him in this role, even though he seems to think he's a bigger badass than he actually is. But the Killer Santa is going around, and it also stars the guy that I really like. He's a that guy actor, a character actor, whose name, I think it's John Logue. I know his last name is Logue. I'll put his name here somewhere, and his picture. Yes, indeed. But he was in Grounded for Life, he was in Ghost Rider, he was in Max Payne, he played Bullock in Gotham, that Batman prequels TV series. I like that guy, especially in Grounded for Life. I really liked him there. And he's a character actor and a that guy. Like, oh, it's that guy. I like him. Yes, indeed. And he plays this evil, he's like the red herring, because it's like, this guy that dresses as Santa, but is telling kids like, hey kids, don't listen to your parents, they're lying to you. Fight the system. So he's the red herring guy. And they're trying to figure everything out, and then he does, the scene where he takes the girl and sticks her in the antlers. And then another girl, he puts on the wood chipper and just splatters her all over the place. Another guy gets chops up, another guy gets flamethrowered. It's good stuff. Some really good kills. The only thing I would not complain about, but not particular in my taste, it looks too grainy. It has that grainy kind of look, and it fits the movie, but it makes it look not good. It doesn't look clear. It makes it, I don't know, it's personal preference. But the kills are pretty cool, and the mystery is cool. They don't really reveal who the Killer Santa is, and I think that would have worked better, because at the climactic battle, the chick is able to find her strength to defeat the evil Killer Santa and save Chow Knives, because they're the only two survivors. And the killer's burning because he has a flamethrower at the end. But he disappears and everything's left. Oh, he got away. If the movie would have ended that way, I would have been very happy with it. Yes, indeed. But unfortunately, at the end, it does give an origin story to the Killer Santa. I was like, well, that seems unnecessary now that the movie ended. You could have either done that to introduce the Killer Santa and get to know why he's doing what he's doing, not at the end of the movie, because then what's the point? So, if you're one of those people that wants to know why the killer is evil, well, this movie's got you at the end of the movie. But I would have preferred the mystery, kind of like with Michael Myers. Michael Myers, you don't know in the first one why he does what he does, or why he acts like he acts, or why he goes around killing people. If this movie would have kept the mystery, I would have liked it more, even though then people would have complained it's ripping off Halloween. But by having the origin story and the reason why the Killer Santa is the Killer Santa at the end of the movie, I'm like, well, it kind of didn't work for me. Yes, indeed. But still very good. And I was very happy as this being a remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night. But again, because it's even called Silent Night, so it has a Killer Santa. Has a lot of similar kills. What else was I supposed to think? Remake. But do you consider it a remake? Do you consider it a reimagine? A reimagining? And the new remake's the only official remake? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all that your 2026 is starting off better than mine because of all the weird weather we've been having. And like always, I wish you a good evening.